What's up, guys? Welcome to Motivation Monday and Kara's Kara 4. Today we're going to talk about slowing down. So sometimes you keep getting it wrong because it may be a sign that you need to slow down. So moving too fast can cause you to miss details. It can cause you to miss opportunities that may be overlooked because you're so one-track minded. You can't see anything outside of your goal. And of course, you're trying to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to achieve, but that means that you can't see how this puzzle piece over here can enhance your overall final project. Sometimes you're not learning the lesson or taking away what the messenger intended for you to take away because you're trying to be in control, and being in control will keep you in the whirlpool of repetition. Sometimes you just gotta listen. Sometimes you gotta assess and evaluate what's different from the last time you did it. And I don't want you to feel discouraged because I'm glad that you're not giving up. A lot of people just say, oh, it ain't working, I ain't doing it. But I commend you for having the tenacity to keep it going. But are you doing an assessment to see where you could have done something differently and the possibilities and outcomes that could change if you changed just a small aspect of what you're doing? Because doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is insanity. You got to change something up. I mean, you may miss connections or people who could have put you in a better position if you gave it more time. So sometimes you get to move ideas too quick and you don't even know your connects. Like, somebody else could have been like, oh, I could have hooked you up with Jamie Foxx. And you're like, dang, if I hadn't rushed it, if I had talked to you or just given it a little more time, I would have known that. So take your time. I mean, what is time, really? Slowing down, is a way to expand your creativity because you're taking longer to listen to your intuition, letting those ideas cultivate, and you're helping that little voice inside grow. So people will not always believe in you, so you make sure that you believe in yourself. And by believing in yourself, you've got to constantly reassure yourself that even though it's not working, it's not you, it's this issue, but we can fix it. We can make it better. So take it slow and really find out if it's for you. That job that you're trying to get, let it flow. I mean, sometimes you're trying to rush something like, oh, I want to be this, oh, I want to be that, because you think that you want that, but you don't even know what the job entails for real. So maybe you're not getting it because God has something better for you. And your dream is not going to be tied up into that one job. It's something better for you. That job that you're trying to leave, maybe you're trying to move too fast and on to different things when it's not your time yet. So you just gotta wait. You'll know the time. You're not gonna have a choice or a say in the matter, and that's another thing. We try to control stuff so much that we mess things up. So just let it flow. Something else, like I said, something else may be cultivating. Like, okay, you can't leave right now because in June something major is gonna happen. So don't be upset. Don't be dismayed. Just know it's not the right time. If it doesn't happen, it's not a no. It's just a not right now. Those relationships that keep moving too fast, maybe you need to let it flow. If you're not picking up on the signs or the red flags from the last relationship and you're just hopping into the next one and things still keep going wrong, are you taking time to assess what went wrong the last time? Yes, people are different, but you will get the same lesson in different people over and over and over until you learn it. So really think about it. Those people you keep going back and forth with, let it flow. You keep making yourself available after you've already said you were going to cut them off. Be done with it and let whatever's supposed to happen. Stop hopping back and forth between decisions. Make a decision and stand on it. Those conversations that keep repeating themselves, let it flow. Stop listening to respond and listen to comprehend, because if you keep hearing the same conversation, maybe you're missing something in between that message. You're picking up on the wrong end of the message and you're like, oh, that's what it is. That may not be all it is. So take some time and slow down. Rushing leads to inefficiency. So whatever you feel is worth it, take your time with it. Patience breeds growth. And I just want to show y'all a little example. So I started growing a sweet potato in a little pot, a plastic, like a Tupperware container. And I just put the sweet potato, I had a few spuds, and I just put it in water and I let it grow. And they formed these these long vines. And all I had to do was just make sure it stayed covered with water, but instead of trying to rush it and take it out of the water too quickly to put it in the ground or in a pot, I just let it do its thing. Now, if I had taken it from its container to the pot too quickly, it might not have had roots enough to, stick and grow. You gotta make sure you're pruning too. And if I hadn't, if I tried to move too fast with this and not let this get comfortable with this home and tried to put it directly into the ground, it might die. So take your time, people. That's the only way you learn discipline is through patience, because it's not gonna always work out the way you want. Your favor that you think you have may not be God's favor. You have to be able to listen to your intuition and trust that everything's gonna work out all right. You ain't gotta rush it. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for tuning in to Motivation Monday and Care is Cared For.